Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Pro Rig segment. Our guest is a 5-year tour pro. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. In 53 Pro Tour events, he's been in the money 29 times. And he is going to take us on a tour through his tow vehicle and bass boat today. Welcome to the show, Brett Preuett. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, thank y'all for having me. It's a great opportunity to be with y'all, and hopefully y'all get a better understanding of the Falcon when we get through.
Yeah, I really wanted to. I've been looking to get somebody out on that's in a Falcon boat. I don't have a lot of experience with these boats. They look awfully cool in the water, so we're really looking forward to seeing you take us through that. First thing, though, I want to ask you, you are sponsored. A big sponsor of yours is U.S. Polo Association. How in the world did that happen, and what is that about?
That goes way back to when I used to work part-time whenever I was in high school. For my stepdad and my mom, they worked at a place called Ditto Apparel in Colfax, Louisiana. And U.S. Polo Association's the main company that ran the whole plant. So my stepdad had been working for him for over 30 years. And through that, I got to meet some of the bosses with the U.S. Polo Association, even though they're all the way up there in New York. And they kind of took a following me ever since I was a kid. They looked out for me. Mr. Eddie was one of the main guys with U.S. Polo, and when I made it professionally fishing after college, they stayed with me as a sponsor and or got with me as a sponsor with their clothing and everything, and helped me through my career, helped me to get started. So I'm very thankful for those guys.
That is the apparel company, and
Yes,
and they're also heavily involved in United States polo competition, right?
Yes, sir. They are. They are a big sponsor of the polo competition across the country. But they have over 100 retail stores across the coast in Texas, Florida, all the way up to New York. Their main thing is selling polo shirts, jeans, and all that from coast to coast. So.
Oh, well, that's very cool. I'm very familiar with the brand. I see that it's certainly big in California. Okay, well, good. Thanks for getting that out of the way. I saw that and I wanted to know what was that all about. But that's very cool. All right, so take us through your rig right now, please. What do you pull your boat with?
Okay, I pull my boat with a Ford F-150 here. I didn't know he was actually going to be showing the truck, but JPS is actually the sponsor. They're here local in Louisiana. It's a F-150. It's not a F-250 or anything, but it's got the job done. I've been running this truck now. I got 216,000 miles, and when Mr. Jason started with me, it only had 16. So in a matter of 4 years, as you can see, I haven't even unpacked all the rods yet from Lake Fork. I live life on the go. It's just part of being a fisherman. But man, I can't tell you how thankful JPS is. A big dealership here, and they got one about 45 minutes away from Monroe, and they really helped me. Gave me this truck to use since I started my Elite Series career. They gave me the truck 4 years ago, and I've been using that truck ever since. I'm actually gonna talk to him this year for the first time about what the possibility is for next year. I didn't have cows and all that in the past, and I might have to bump it up now to a little bit bigger truck, pulling them cows and everything all over the place.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, and then of course we got the Falcon Bass Boat in the back. Start at the trailer hitch and work your way back.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna get on this. The sun's just starting to set over here. I'm gonna get on this side a little bit better view. But this is a Falcon F 21. It's 21 foot long. This is gonna be my 4th season now running a Falcon, and I've been with them pretty much since their start. But they're on a Marine Master trailer, just like like Phoenix and a lot of other boat companies. They have a Marine Master trailer. One thing I really like about a Falcon is the trailer. Well, Marine Master does that. Is my spare tire, everything's easy to get to. I had to change that out at least once during my career. But the getting to the Falcon boat, up here starting at the front deck, I use Lowrance electronics. And one big thing is I'm a clumsy person, and you can see this is a really wide deck. Falcon has a 96-inch wide deck on it, one of the widest decks in the industry. I mean, I can about break dance up there on the front of it. It's so big, but I'm known for being a jump fisherman, and I can fit a lot of rods up here. So that's one good thing about having a really big deck. I can fit a numerous amount of rods up here on my front deck. Going into I use a Minn Kota 101 pound trolling motor. Are y'all there? Oh, sorry guys, it cut out for a second. But I use I got a Minn Kota trolling motor. I've been using the Lowrance electronics since I started college fishing, and also got the power poles button. Them are a must-have fishing in shallow water in Louisiana and different places wherever you go, Florida. You get that bite, you really need to put those down and see if there's not multiple fish living in there. Here's one thing I'm really going to show you I like about a Falcon being outside the boat. When you come up to a Falcon, as you see, I got all them rods and everything in my truck still. Well, with a Falcon, you can easily go in and out of your rod box from outside the boat. You know, most rod lockers open from the inside the boat right here. You need to be sitting on the inside to open up and get to your rods, but not with the Falcon. It opens straight up like that, and I'm able to get to all my Shimano rod and reels in and out without a problem, you know.
Hey, Brett, let me just interrupt you for a second. Brett?
Yes, sir.
Whenever I do these segments, there's things that catch my attention, and you got me on this one right here. I really like this. Climbing in and out of the boat, especially when you start to getting to be an older guy like me, you would really appreciate being able not to have to climb up into that boat to get to that rod locker. That's a nice feature.
Oh, it really is. I can't tell you how many thousands of times. Well, I mean, we're steadily switching from smallmouth water back to largemouth, and I don't always. I don't know. I mean, I carry 20 or 30 rods at one time, but it's not always the same ones, and it's just so easy to take them in and out, put them at the house, or even if I'm going fishing, I ain't got to be going to a different lake for just somebody, an ordinary person like you, that you might be wanting to go with your buddy. Just grab 2 or 3 rods out there. You ain't got to get up in your boat. Take them with you in the truck, and then it just makes it easier. And then when I'm on the water too, I just strap them down right here, and I don't have to worry about them falling off the side. They just kind of go up with it strapped down, and I'm able to pull a rod out without any problem.
That's a very cool feature.
And now going to the bait compartment. I'm gonna go to the middle of the deck. I'm gonna get up in the boat here. I like to organize my tackle starting shallow to deeper water. So in the front, I'm gonna have my top waters. I'm gonna have it just goes down in the water column. That's how I like to just keep them organized. So open it up. I mean, you're gonna just start with your top water right here. This is chug bugs, pop bar baits. Then we got spooks, frogs, and then you go to swim jigs and chatter baits to square bills. And then on the sides, I keep miscellaneous things I don't use as much, like a box of devil horses for when I'm in Florida, or a box of spoons or something that I don't, but it's still easy to get to. I know where they're at. And then when I open the farthest box from me, that's when we're going to a little bit deeper water. And I got it starting with my rattle traps is in here, jerk baits, and then it goes to the MR6s. From rattle trap, and then going to deeper DT16s, deeper baits, and then you got your 6XDs and your 8XDs and everything at the very back. I keep my swim bait. There's even a little farther room up front up there, and that's where I keep my bigger swim bait. Plastics is something I don't use as much, but I do catch fish on them sometimes. So there's still room up there in the front. I like the divided storage that Falcon got, as you can see with both these leads. I'm able to keep all my hard baits in these 2 sections right here, starting from top to bottom like I showed you. And I keep my plastics on the side, right? This is also can be used for another rod box. It opens straight up and down like the one on the other side. I haven't even like organized it all nice and professionally for TV like y'all would want and everything. I'm not it's everything's where I know it's at, so it works for me. But this actually can be used for another rod box. It's set up to use if you need one, but I carry 30 rods on the left side right there, so that's plenty for me. So in this box, I like to keep my line. I keep it in this nice, big, organized. I believe that's a Bass Mafia tackle bag. It works good for that. And things that I just use really often, like these cream swim baits, I use them on trailers and everything all the time. So I just have them sitting there ready to go. And then just some more of my plastic trailers. I don't use plastic and stuff as much as I do hard baits, but I keep the colors and everything I need in this section. So pretty much all my baits that I'm going to be using during the day, besides I keep some bulk soft plastics in the back storage I'll show you here in a second. But that's mainly that's the front 96 inches of the Falcon boat so far, from my low ranch trolling motor up here to the power pole buttons to the layout of the baits I just showed you, and then the awesome rod boxes that stand up. So that's the whole front half of the Falcon. Now we'll work our way down. We got a nice day box right here. I use this during the tournament to either put some. During the tournament, I put extra baits and stuff in there, but when I get back home, I take them out, put them back in the boxes they're supposed to be in. But I like to keep my scent. I keep scent, and there's still something from Lake Fork tournament. Like I said, I just got home, got to put it up. But I keep my dips, my scent, one thing of line in there. It's just a nice little storage box for that. Got plenty of room to put your scissors and pliers on each side of the boat here. We're still looking at the front deck, and this is going to be where you keep all your drinks and everything in that compartment. And now this is the first year I've used this type of floor. As you can see in the bottom, it's dirty right now, but this stuff's so easy to clean. You just pressure wash it off. It's that material that it just pressure washes right out everything, and it'll be looking good as new as soon as I bring the boat to the car wash. Now we're going to be the sun's right there. Sitting down looking at the console. We got the 2 low ranch graphs. And we got everything that's just real simple. We got the switches. They're all, if a fuse goes out, it's just easy to get to, easy to change. It's just one fuse, but everything you need from your navigational running lights, everything's right here. It's not on no, when one of them goes out, I just go simply right there to my batteries, change that fuse, and I'm back rolling. I just keep some spare fuses in this middle box over here, and it happens once or twice during the season, but it's nice to know that it's just, they're on a simple system and easy to change, easy to work on. That's a good thing about a Falcon. They're just a boat made for a fisherman. If one thing about it, just sitting here in the driver's seat, I would have to say, in all my years in fishing, a lot of different boat companies talk about they talk about how good a boat is in waves and everything, but I've owned a Phoenix boat, which was a really good boat in waves, for 3 or 4 years, and I've had different boats before that. And a Phoenix was really good in rough water. But with the Falcon, I've never had a co-angler or anybody complain about the rough water. This boat really excels in rough water. So what I do for a living, I'm glad to be behind this steering wheel whenever there's 4-footers out there on Lake St. Clair or Lake Erie or somewhere where you get a little nervous being from Louisiana. I'm about finally got used to it after 5 or 6 years now. It don't bother me no more. But this is the boat. This boat really excels in rough water. It really does. Some more features of it. Like I just showed you the switches and all that. How simple it is to change everything. We got your passenger place to put their rods like you do in most all bass boats. We got the middle console here. If you're wondering what the heck that is, that's a plaque from college fishing, my first tournament ever, where I came in second place. It just reminds me to fish like I did in college with no fear, because I think I got caught up in my career at one point just worrying about the money and not fishing for the love of the game and not just giving it. It just reminds me to fish like I did in college whenever I didn't have no fear of anything. Just go out there, have fun, and catch some fish. But
Hey, Brett, that's not the strangest thing I've ever seen in a pro's boat. Just so you know, Dean Rojas keeps a duck in his boat. He's got a decoy that he found at I think it was at Harris Chain when he caught that big stringer, and that duck stays with him on that boat. So that college plaque is not the strangest thing I've ever seen.
yeah, no, that like I was about to show you. Here's the middle console, like that a lot of boats have. That's where I keep my culling beams. I keep everything from toilet paper to anything my weighing fish, culling, anything like that. That's where I keep right there in the Falcon. And actually, behind there is just where I keep my life jackets, tools. I keep a tool bag in here all the time. I got a helmet right there. I got a bag of tools in here in case I ever need to work on anything. And the Falcon, I haven't had to work on anything in the past besides change a fuse. So that's been good. And that was where I said I keep my bulk plastics at. A couple plastics I might use during an event, they all go back there. My live wells are really big. They got a great. They still got some dirt in them from last tournament, but they're really good live wells. Another thing that the guys in the if I ever have had any issues or something with like batteries, I think I had a cranking battery go out on me and a trolling battery, but the guys at Bass, the maintenance crew, they like this part right here. It's just so easy to get to. I open that, you're right here with all your batteries. There's all my trolling batteries right here, easy to get to, easy to work on. And you can come back here on the other side, open this. There's the cranking battery, easy to get to. There's my power pole pumps, anything. The whole setup's just right back here, nice and clean, easy to work on. I can actually get and stand in here if I need it to. So that's just another benefit, just made easy to work on your stuff. As you can see, I'm in here standing in the back compartment. You know, both back compartments are so packed, it's just hard to pull your batteries in and out, hard to really work on stuff, but not with the Falcon. You got plenty of room. I'm standing back here with my stuff right now, batteries, everything. Pumps just right down there. That's one thing I really enjoyed about my Falcon the last 4 years. I always run a Bob's jack plate. That thing's helped me in a bunch of times get through some shallow water, never have a problem with them. Grease them up probably once during the season, just roll with it. Never even had one issue in 4 years. Haven't had no issue at all with my Yamaha. It gets me where I'm going. Like I talked about earlier, the power poles in shallow water, they're really essential for the shallow water fishing. But let me show you another simple thing about a Falcon. Like I was talking about earlier, this boat excels in the simple things. When you leave your plug out, boom, just right here, just put it in. Instead of having to pull the whole boat out the water and put that plug in. I've done that a couple times during the year, and they're like, "Man, you ain't got your plug in." I'm like, "Oh, I'll be all right." I just walk to the back and hit that switch right there. There's where you plug into the new power pole charge system. It's been awesome for me this year. It keeps my trolling motors and everything charged during the day, trolling batteries.
Hey, Brett, can I interrupt you again? That plug backup that you have right there, is that on all bass boats, or is that something that Falcon has? I've never seen that before, and I've left my plug out before.
Oh yeah, I think maybe only one other bass boat in the company and industry had. I know some people that it's still all down there below where it's always been, but Falcon is one of the few that has that right there and makes it nice and simple for you.
That is very cool.
Yep. But all around, I've loved this boat. It's been a great boat for me for 4 years now. I can't see myself in another one anymore. I just I love how everything's just simple for the fisherman, mate. Just easy to get to work on if you need to. I'm able to organize my baits and everything like I need to in this boat. And the big thing with me is just getting out there in that big water and not having to worry about how good this boat does in the deep water. I mean the rough water, not the deep water. But I'm normally not used to wearing glasses either, so I lost my last pair of contacts, and it's kind of been weird for me to wear glasses. So if you're wondering why I got them on, that's why.
Not wondering at all. Okay, so Brett, what is your year going to look like next year? Do you have any more events this year, or are you done for the season?
No, Lake Fork was actually was the last event of the season. Now the rest of the year, look, I'm already ordering stuff today. I called Bob's Jack Plate. I talked to Lowrance. Just getting everything together for the new Falcon. The Falcon's being built right now as we speak. My one for next year is going to be built just like this one right here that we looked at today. And I like to keep it simple. I don't change much each year. This has been such a good boat. So I'm so used to everything in it. I love being out there in it. But it's going to be a short break this year. We're going to be starting in February, so we don't have a lot of time. Like it ain't much off time this year. You gotta have to have everything together, be getting the new boat wrapped, and I need to do a couple guided trips before the start of the season next year on Toledo Bend and a little lake close to here called Caney that's producing really big fish. But I'll be doing that, taking care of cows and trying to squeeze in some deer hunts. So I guess my season never stops running, especially this year. I think I'm going to be running around more being home than I was even when I was going fishing. But I'm excited. I think this past season I had a lot of really good first days of the tournament. I before the last tournament, like 8 of the 9 tournaments, I was in the top 40 the first day and didn't catch them the second. But I caught them in the second. A couple, I had 3 or 4 good tournaments this year. But I'm just saying I'm that close. Feel like I'm getting closer to getting higher up there and making the classics each year and being a lot more consistent, which is the goal we got for next season.
Are you going to fish just the elites next year, or will you fish some opens, or will you look at some other events as well?
I think it's going to be the elites and probably the Central Opens next year. I think I'm going to add the opens back. I started out doing the opens 5 years ago whenever I just got out of college, right after I won the college championship, and I had a lot of fun doing those, and I had some success and qualified for the elites right off. And I think I'm going to add that where I can be on the water a little more, fishing more, and staying in the zone, and hopefully that will lead to better results in my Elite Series tournaments next year.
Well, Brett, it's been great meeting you. A great tour of the boat. I think you're going to be someone we're going to be watching from now on. Best of luck to you. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank y'all very much, and thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.